What's going on, guys? It's Swimsy here and welcome back to a brand new Warframe video. Now in this video we are going to be looking at what Barakatyr has brought for this rotation. Now Barakatyr is currently at the Coronia Relay on Saturn and we're just going to see what he's brought for this week, and I'm just going to show you what items I think are worth it, what items I think you should avoid. Firstly, I just want to say thank you all so much for the support on my videos. It truly does mean a lot to me, and if there's anything I can improve on, anything you want to see in future videos, then let me know down below. Lastly, if you did enjoy this video, then please like, share and subscribe. All of that good stuff helps me out. That being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing he has brought is the Rhino Palatine Sigil. For 45 ducats and 55,000 credits, you get a sigil that you can wear. Can't really see it on my Warframes, so I'm just going to show you this right here. This is the sigil. In my opinion, it's not worth it. It doesn't bring any value to your gameplay whatsoever. Next, we have Buzzkill. For 375 ducats and 150,000 credits, you get plus 120% slash for melee weapons. This mod is alright, it does have some uses, but you can actually get this from farming Eidolons in the Plains of Eidolon. In my opinion, it's not really worth it, plus it is very expensive, so I would not pick this up. If I was you, I would focus on picking up primed mods. Next, we have Primed Tactical Pump. For 300 ducats and 140,000 credits, we get 100% reload speed for shotguns. Now this mod is pretty good because shotguns sometimes do need reload speed, especially the Strun, where it reloads pellet per second. Also, it is a primed mod, so it will be helping you out more compared to any other mod in the game. So I would highly recommend you pick up this mod. Next, we have the EOS Prime armor set. For 50 ducats and 75,000 credits, you get this shoulder plate. We also have the right EOS Prime shoulder plate for this same amount. Then we have the EOS Prime chest plate. For 125 ducats and 75,000 credits, you get this chest plate, which has the same effect as the shoulder plates. We have the left EOS Prime spur for 65 ducats and 50,000 credits. And we also have the right EOS Prime spur. Now I do wish you could buy the actual bundle. I feel like if you buy the bundle, it's a lot more cheaper than this. I don't know why they are doing this, but I think it's a step in the wrong direction. If it is part of the same set, I think you should sell it as a set, personally. But this is just decorations for your Warframe, so pick this up if you really want to. It doesn't give you any advantages in game, it just makes you look cooler. Next, we have Prime Target Cracker. For 400 ducats and 150,000 credits, you get plus 110 critical damage for pistols. This mod, in my opinion, is worth it, and so far it is the best thing that Barra has brought for this rotation. I would highly recommend you invest in this mod. Critical damage for pistols is very, very useful. Critical damage on pistols definitely is worth it, and I think you should pick this mod up before anything else in this rotation. Next, we have the Katyr Syndana. For 500 ducats and 500,000 credits, you get this Syndana. The Syndana doesn't look too bad. I'm just not a big fan of it personally. Pick this up if you really want to. I would avoid it, but that's just me. Next, we have the Katyr Arrow skin. For 375 ducats and 300,000 credits, you get a arrow skin. I'm not even going to bother giving this the time of day because it is literally a skin. You are paying for a skin. It is the worst thing that Barra can bring. Next, we have the Super Vandal. For 500 ducats and 275,000 credits, you get a Super Vandal weapon. Now, this weapon back in the day used to be really good. It's fallen off quite a bit now. The fire rate is pretty good. The magazine is massive. It is an auto fire weapon, but I just don't see a lot of people using it anymore apart from Mastery fodder. I would pick this up for Mastery rank because you can get Mastery rank from this. But other than that, I just don't see the point in keeping this weapon. Next, we have the 3-day resource booster. For 400 ducats and 150,000 credits, you can get this 3-day resource booster. Now, this is actually pretty useful for if you don't have platinum, but then again, it is 40 platinum for 3-day resource booster, not 400 ducats. So it is worth it, but only invest in this if you can't buy it with platinum, because 400 ducats is a lot. Next, we have the Katyr Atmos Diadem. For 525 ducats and 375,000 credits, you get an operator face accessory. This accessory doesn't look too bad for the operator, but it costs way too much, so I would avoid this at all costs, unless you have the spare ducats or credits. Next, we have the Prisma Twin Gremlins. For 500 ducats and 220,000 credits, you get the Prisma variant of the Twin Gremlins. Now, this weapon is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's not as good as it once was, but it is probably still one of the better weapons that Barrow brings. It's got very fast fire rate, it's got a decent magazine size, it is full auto, and you can make some pretty decent builds on this weapon. I would pick this up for Mastery rank, and I would also pick this weapon up just to have some fun, because this is a very underrated weapon. Next, we have the Lisette Cydonia skin. For 400 ducats and 300,000 credits, you get an Inaros skin for your Lisette ship. I do like the pattern that it has. It kind of has a Prisma pattern, but I don't like the color scheme, and the Lisette isn't my favorite landing craft by far, so I would stay away from this, but if you do like it, you can pick it up. Next, we have the Doriga Desert Camo skin. For 225 ducats and 150,000 credits, you get a desert skin for the Doriga. In my opinion, this skin does not look very good, and it is not worth the 225 ducats it costs. I would stay away from this if I was you. Next, we have the Pack Leader emblem. It's just an emblem for 50 ducats and 50,000 credits. You get an emblem that you can run on your Warframe. It's purely cosmetic, so do with that as you will. I would not pick it up, but the choice is yours. Next, we have the Katia Ephemera. For 100 ducats and 150,000 credits, you can get an ephemera that shows the Katia diamond. I would actually pick this up because the ephemera effect doesn't look too bad, and it is quite unique. Now, this is also purely cosmetic, so it will not give you any advantages in game, except it will make you look somewhat cooler. Next, we have the Deimos Lobotricid Prex card. For 75 ducats and 100,000 credits, you get a card of a Deimos fish. It's a cool looking card, don't get me wrong, and you can chuck it as a decoration in your Orbiter/Dojo. I just don't see the point in having a fish card. Moving on, we have the Empyrean Vignette. For 155 ducats and 200,000 credits, you get this pretty good looking ship decoration. You can put this in your personal quarters and it makes it look a lot better. I actually run this, I do like it quite a lot. And you can make some good looking scenery with this as well. I would pick this up if you're looking to improve your Orbiter. If you don't really care, then I would avoid this at all costs. Moving on, we have the Garv and Latrox poster. For 80 ducats and 100,000 credits, you get a poster of these two guys from Deimos. Nothing really special here. Next, we have the Reshentur Cult Spear skin. For 350 ducats and 325,000 credits, you get a skin for spears. This actually has some lore to it. It's based on the spears carried by the children of Reshentur, which were in turn modeled on Nez's flaming spears. So it's got a nice little bit of lore to it. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I just wish it wasn't a skin. I wish it was a real weapon. I would stay away from this unless you are heavily invested into Warframe's lore, or you just like the look of it. Moving on, we have the Noggle statue of the new War Teshin. For 75 ducats and 300,000 credits, you get a Teshin Noggle statue. This actually doesn't look too bad. I did like Teshin as a character before he, got destroyed, but yeah, this actually looks like a good decoration to have. Second to last, we have the Feypath Ephemera, the Autumn Leaf Ephemera. For 15 ducats and 1,000 credits, you can get this pretty decent ephemera. I would recommend that you pick this up because it is very cheap, and honestly, the Autumn Leaf Ephemera doesn't look too bad. It's nicely animated. Last but not least, we have the Sands of Inaros Blueprint. The quest is pretty good, and honestly, you have to pick this up to progress through the game, so I would pick this up. If you do miss out on Barrow, you're going to have to wait 2 weeks. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait 2 weeks to pick this up again. So when Barrow comes around, make sure you pick this up so you can do the quest straight away. Alrighty guys, well that has been the video. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Also, let me know down below your favorite item that Barrow has brought for this rotation. Mine would have to be the Prime Target Cracker. That critical damage is just something else. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe. All of that good stuff helps me out. If there's anything I can improve on, anything you want to see in future videos, please let me know down below. That being said, it's been Swim, guys. Later.